Norfolk, Virginia, the meta-human Duke Davis. From St. Louis, Missouri, the Iceman, Tony Johnson. And from the Steel City, the Exalted One, London Ali.
Gentlemen, I've said it for the past few years. London Ali, in my opinion, is the most talented female athlete to come out of Pittsburgh in quite some time. But her recent change of attitude.
I want to send a special shout out to our teammate, the All-Star Ganon Jones Jr. He's on vacation. I know none of you can afford vacations, so you're here with us. But an interesting thing, I don't know if Keith Hott's here or not, but he called into the main event hotline, and this is what he had to say. Hey guys, it's Keith. I'm calling in on the main event hotline. I just want to wish the Flannel House guys good luck tonight. I'm too afraid to face the main event myself, so hopefully System Elite and Honeybadger can do without me tonight because I'm terrified that I will get hurt again. So again, on the main event hotline, I just want to wish Flannel House good luck tonight.
I got nothing. I got nothing.
You know you make me wanna shout.
And their opponents, the team of Flannel House.
Well, I gotta ask you.
Introducing, hailing from where the wild things are, Honeybadger and her partners, the cartoon contender, Tyler Cross, and the new ugly, Edric Everhart, System Elite.
What do you think John Belushi would think of Honeybadger?
I think he'd like her. He's actually. One thing that I don't like right now, I don't like this music. There's no shouting and no hand clapping unless it's the Reverend Hunt. Once again, this secures my fact that this is why the main event is here. To clean up crap like this and make wrestling great again.
Come on, I know it's not Southern Baptist, but it is a little catchy. You gotta admit that.
No, that catchy. Well, that is catchy. The main event, kicking each and every one of them in the head. That's catchy.
We saw System Elite embarrass Golden Sheik the last time we were in this building. And certainly after the main event dominated Honey Bear last time, a chance for the Badger to get some revenge here. But as I was saying during our introductions, when London Ali returning from suspension, she spent 30 days on the sidelines because of that vicious attack after a matchup against Lady Frost. And this new attitude of London Ali really is really disconcerting, to say the least.
I mean, you're going to find out right now. I mean, the main event, we're used to seeing Ganon and Duke together. We're going to see Duke with Tony tonight. It's going to be interesting to see what the dynamic is. And London Ali, like I said, the Lady Lioness, she's on fire. A little glass of wine before the match, nothing wrong with that. But she's all business too.
No, I couldn't have said it even any better than that, Paul. And here's one thing you talked about, Jim. You talked about the suspension because of what happened with Lady Frost. But also, I think when I was hearing you guys talking on Facebook and all of our social media with Rise Wrestling, you were saying that London was somewhat disrespecting the women here at Rise because she, quite frankly, claimed the fact that she is the best here in the women's division. She's the only one that's here to make the women's division what it is.
Well, she's the original woman here at Rise. All these other ones are just coming up from the rear. That's how London Ali looks at it. You know, I got to tell you, when you're the original, sometimes the sequels just don't live up.
And I believe that London Ali is already playing some mind games with the Badger. Of course, as I said, the Badger looking for some revenge after Honey Bear got mugged by the main event the last time we were in this building. Of course, my name's Jim Amata, Paul Atlas, the Reverend Hunt here too on IndyWrestling.us. IndyWrestling.us for Rise Wrestling, August 4th, 2018. We're here at the Stronghold, 6-person intergender tag team action. And I believe this matchup could go a long way in determining the balance of power here within Rise. Which group will be able to lay claim as the most dominant group of individuals here at Rise, as London Ali looking to use that quickness.
Oh my God!
Backdrop by back.
She got sent into the lights.
Badger seems to be on fire right now, early.
This woman is as hard a hitting as anyone I've ever seen.
The Honeybadger, one of the most unique commodities in all of professional wrestling. Swing and a miss from London Ali.
I'm noticing.
Going for that stunner.
Beautiful.
A lot of these women are totally unhinged. It's like it's becoming a recurring theme here in Rise. What do? Go out and find the craziest ones we can find? What's next? My ex gonna show up?
I was just gonna say my ex-girlfriend was pretty crazy.
No, with me you gotta ask which one.
I had to block her number and everything, Paul. It was terrible. I had letters to my house. I really did. It was awful.
That's a conversation for another day.
Sorry, I don't have the history of exes that you guys have. All of mine are rich and famous and moving on in life, and I've got even better. I scored gold with a wife.
Badger makes a tag here to Tyler Cross and System Elite, one of the most well-polished, one of the most well-rounded, and really brings a lot of continuity to the table as well.
Well, these two guys have been together a long, long time. I have been in the ring with both of these individuals. And I'll tell you what, individually and collectively, they are two of the best in the business. They would not be in Rise Wrestling if they weren't.
Tag team continuity personified is System Elite. Tyler Cross, Edric Everhart, they have really become mainstays here at Rise, and they're showing you why right here. And these guys love to have fun as well, which is why this jam-packed crowd here at the Stronghold is with them here. Hooks the leg, but only too early. You're not going to put the Iceman down.
They definitely know how to have fun, but they also can be all business, and they can be serious, and they can be devastating. Part of the reason I sit out here now is a devastating knee injury I suffered in the ring against System Elite. One of many they gave me and led to me being at the table with you guys and no longer in the ring.
I think looking at the whole spectrum of this, you were talking about, Paul, your own personal thoughts with System Elite. Looking at this right now, they're keeping their foot on their pedal. Tony Johnson is trying to get over to either tag Duke or London, but they're cutting that ring off the path. Can you talk about how important that is in a tag match itself?
Classic tag team wrestling. Shades of the Andersons, shades of Tully and Arn. Cut that ring in half. Keep your opponent away from his corner.
Johnson in all sorts of trouble here. And here's that tag team offense I was talking about. Edric drives the elbow into the back of the neck. Innovative offense from System Elite. Finds 2.5 that time. And you notice that it's taking Tony Johnson longer and longer to get those shoulders off the canvas. It could be a matter of time until Flanimal House finds victory here.
I mean, we can't sleep on Tony Johnson too much because this is a man that we've seen it all through, even with tough battles with a Matt Collin, with a Lee Moriarty over time. Just like that, like I told you, the speed, the awareness of it. If he has a second, he's going to still have that energy to come back.
Now the Giants in. This is going to be a tall
And the complexion of this matchup could change very quickly here. Leverage maneuver from Tyler Cross. And
that's he landed on his feet.
That's how resourceful Tyler Cross is. And Everhart now the legal man. And using his body as a weapon, Edric takes out the big man.
5 minutes gone, 5 minutes.
I think we knew it was a matter of time before things broke down here.
There we go. That's what we're talking about. That's what the main event does. Is take one step at a time and think one step ahead. Then, what is that? The pregame of Rise Wrestling, the Flanimal House. See what I did there? You like that, didn't you?
I saw that.
I generally try to ignore you, Rev, to be honest with you.
Oh, it's not the first time.
Wait a minute. London Ali, springboard kick. Tremendous agility.
Right to the side of Badger's head. She's seeing stars now. But if you notice, too, since hooking up with the main event, the confidence that London Ali has.
London got all hung up on that top rope. Paul, you can attest to this. Excuse me, we call them ropes. Those are actually steel cables, and when you hit one of those things, the reverberation can be brutal.
Well, you might as well run into a brick wall when they hit you like that.
But look at that, one shot from the metahuman, one shot from Duke Davis can change the momentum of this contest completely.
From personal experience, this is exactly why the Rev has been on the best side of the main event, and just Duke Davis himself, from the history of it, if you get put into the wrong situation with a guy like the metahuman Duke Davis, you're in for a world of hurt, trust me.
Oh, you want to talk about flanimals, animals, beasts? This man is all of that. He is a beast. He is a metahuman. He has strength, agility. He is like an engineered athlete. You couldn't make something better in a lab.
And the bottom line is, Paul, Duke Davis has no weaknesses in his game. There are no chinks in the armor, and that's why it's so difficult to generate offense against Duke Davis, because he's so well-rounded, so polished, and quite frankly, so dominating to anybody that's... And now we're seeing the main event. See, these are the type of tactics we would not have seen from London Ali prior to her association with the main event.
That is true. This young lady is coming a long way. She's obviously walking down a much, much different path right now.
I mean, I think there's a reason, Paul. I think there's a reason why she's called the Exalted One. I mean, look at this. You said she's come a long way, but the best is still yet to come, in my personal opinion.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. This young lady can only get better as time goes on. Somebody want to get the door?
Yeah, Rev, that's your cue. Head for the door, buddy. Front chantry from Tony Johnson. And Paul, you can speak to this here as far as dictating the pace of a contest. We know that Flanimal House, they thrive on momentum, and that's exactly what Tony Johnson was trying to negate in that situation, trying to neutralize the momentum of System Elite and of Flanimal House.
Well, the more they can keep System Elite on the mat, the more they can grind them down, the harder it's going to be for them to make that big comeback. Edric Everhart right now has got to dig down. He's got to try to get to his partners. They're chomping at the bit to get in. But again...
And that smirk from London Ali, she's really enjoying being disrespectful to her opponents in there. And quite frankly, to me, it's disappointing because she has so much potential. I didn't want to see her take this route, but you can't argue with success because the main event could be the most dominating group of individuals here at Rise.
Could be. There's a reason why they're called the main event, because it doesn't matter what happens with them. You see them in the ring, they're money. They make money happen. Main event equals green.
And I'll tell you what, everybody out there who knows me knows I am no saint, and I've been one heck of a sinner at times. Sometimes the golden path is not always the righteous path. And I know, Rev, you're a man of the cloth, but hey, sometimes you got to dance with the devil.
And notice how Duke Davis had it completely scouted. He knew exactly, and that shows you how prepared the main event is even before they step inside the squared circle. Duke Davis, he knows the trademarks of Edric Everhart. He tape studies on IndyWrestling.us. He knew exactly what Everhart was going for, and he just put on the brakes, waited for Everhart to hit the canvas, and then he capitalized.
Oh, the man was a top-notch collegiate football player. He knows about game study. He knows about watching the tape, watching the film. He knows about scouting your opponents in that big clothesline.
To your point, Paul, he was a standout on the gridiron at Robert Morris University.
Hey, get him out of it.
10 minutes gone, 10 minutes.
And I tell you what, I have connections to Robert Morris University as we speak. That is one heck of a program. And that to have a guy like Duke Davis on your team, wow.
And I got to tell you, Paul, I mean, you could speak to this as well. I think Duke Davis making that transition from collegiate athletics to professional wrestling was rather seamless. I mean, he fits so perfectly in the physicality of this sport inside the squared circle.
Oh, there's no two ways about that.
And this crowd here in Lamont Furnace is going to try to rally Edric Everhart because he's in the wrong part of town here. Quick tags, Tag Team Wrestling 101.
Seamless like a sack of potatoes.
I'll tell you what, if Edric don't get out of this soon, this match is going to be over.
Edric trying to fight here. He had Duke Davis off balance. Finally able to make the tag.
Referee Josh Silver, what's going on? Hey, Ralph!
You saw it. I know.
Good, turn around.
London Ali has referee Josh Main distracted.
He did not see the tag.
And once again, game planning. The main event had that scouted 2-3 moves ahead of time. They knew exactly what they were doing. They're able to exploit the position of the referee.
Well, and hey, the referee is the law here. If he doesn't see something happen, he can't allow it to happen. He didn't see the tag. He can't let Ty Cross in there. And unfortunately for Edric Everhart, that just means more punishment.
I mean, Jim, you can't get mad at the ref. You can't get mad that the wrestler capitalize on it. See, this is not a business of softness. This is a business that you bless people by hitting them with your holy hands in the face. And if they do something, maybe not so clean behind the rest of that because he doesn't see it, so be it. It's the nature of the business.
I've done it myself many a times. Take advantage of the situation. That's what gets you the victory.
I like you for some reason. I don't know why.
I don't know if there's anything holy about the hands of Duke Davis because he brings hell with every shot he throws.
I told you, Rev, I was more of a sinner than a saint.
I know a man.
And this time,
oh my God!
Edric hits the beautiful cutter off the second rope. Beautifully done.
Out of nowhere cutter.
And he needed that. He needs to get to over to his corner now and get the tag to either Badger or Ty Cross. He has got to capitalize on it and get out of that ring.
Jim, how much of a momentum feel that you right? He's in the wrong corner. I think he's a little days, but how much of a momentum is this able to kind of turn now because of that cutter?
This is a definitive moment, the conclusion of this contest here.
Badger coming in like a house of fire. The complete Rise Arena is on the edge of their seats.
And London Ali might be second guessing herself now.
Badger using that power. And London Ali may have come into this one a little overconfident. Now wait a minute, Tony Johnson getting involved. I know it's an intergender tag match, but he's not the legal man in here. He has no business being in the ring right now. Badger counters and plants Johnson face first.
Big bulldog headlock to the canvas. And now tornado punch by Ty Cross.
And wait a minute, London has taken Badger to the floor and just hit her right in the ear. Tattooed her right in the ear. That's going to throw your equilibrium off.
You know,
Badger's hurt.
Sorry about that, Jim, but about this whole entire match, I mean, we need to understand, like, the amount of energy from both teams right now. Wait a second.
And Ty Cross,
well, now is not the time to be a gentleman, Ty.
and keep in mind, this is an intergender tag matchup.
A version of the Famouser puts Ty Cross down.
Cross hesitated. Ali did not. But she doesn't see that. Well, she does now. Stunner by the Badger. Badger going after Ali. The Badger's firing up here. Could be going for a second stunner to put away the main event. Big mid-ring collision. That was nasty.
You know what? Call it nasty, call it whatever you want. That's desperation. Desperate times calls for desperate measures. And that's good awareness that you have to do something.
London Ali trying to fight off that stunner as much as she can.
Oh my God!
I think her head just came off her body.
Game over.
And a size 16 boot right across the jaw. If she could get this pin, this could potentially be, wait a second, not even a pin, going for the submission.
She's got that armbar, but the Badger's out. It doesn't matter. The Badger is knocked out.
This is just a formality.
Referee stoppage. Knockout via on the Badger.
Again, London Ali reluctant to relinquish that
With a time of 13 minutes, 57 seconds, your winners via submission, the main event.
I don't know about submission, more like knockout.
Can you just imagine the amount of velocity, the strength, the vigor, the energy, and the power that's behind that move? I believe when I was talking to Duke Davis, he tried to shop and play his football. He says he wears a size 16 and a half. A size 16 and a half. Went right across the face of Honeybadger.
It's not just the size of the boot, it's the power in those legs behind it.
Here's the point, gentlemen. The main event is money. The main event has continued to dominate Rise, and it could be a matter of time before the main event runs Rise.